Hi guys, my name is Shrikant Idam. Hope you all doing well. Welcome to hardware class. Today we are going to know what exactly is computer hardware. So the parts which we can see is called as hardware, the computer parts. Okay. So what are the computer parts do we see normally? Keyboard and mouse, monitor, speakers, CPU. Right. So there are other parts which is present inside computer like motherboard, CPU, RAM, hard disk, etc. And what is software? The program or application which is installed, okay, inside the operating system is called as software. So what are the applications normally we use? MS Office, browser, games, media player, and many other applications, right? So those are called as software. Normally, what are the parts do we require to build a computer? Okay, so these are the important parts. You can see this screenshot. Okay, it will be easy for you to refer. So inside this CPU we will have motherboard, and we connect all these devices to the motherboard. So on the motherboard we connect CPU fan, RAM, VGA card, sound card, hard disk, DVD writer, power supply, okay, and we connect monitor, keyboard and mouse, speakers. So if we assemble all these parts, then only we can build a computer. So this is what I mentioned here. We require all the above things: motherboard, CPU, RAM, SMPS, hard drive, keyboard, mouse, and monitor. So what we are going to do is we are going to discuss about each part individually and its types. First we will start with the monitor. So earlier days we used to have CRT monitor. It used to look like a television. Okay, and later we upgraded to OLED, LED, LCD, right? So in case if you are buying any one of these are the duration like it will be used. So if we use CRT, like we can use it for 10 years, OLED monitor 8 to 15, and this one is 10 to 20, 10 to 15 years. So what exactly CRT stands for? CRT stands for cathode ray tube monitors. These monitors employ CRT technology, which was used most commonly in the manufacture of television screen. So in earlier days we used to have television, right, old TVs. So they used to follow the same technology, CRT tube. Okay, so in this both CRT TV and the monitor they used cathode ray tube. Later we have LCD and LED. Nowadays we are using this too, right? LCD stands for liquid crystal display and LED stands for light emitting diodes. So in case if you are buying a monitor, what are the regular sizes available? We have sizes from 19 to 34 inches. You will not see the 55 inches monitor, right? We in case if you are going for 55 inches, you need to buy a TV. And what are the brands available in the monitor? We have many more brands, but the topmost brands which we see is HP, Dell, Asus, BenQ, LG. The next important part is keyboard. Nowadays we have many types of keyboard available. Depending upon the requirement we buy it. Okay, so this is the types of keyboards available: gaming keyboard, mechanical keyboard, ergonomic keyboard, multimedia keyboard, hand keyboard, flexible keyboard, wireless keyboard, laptop keyboard, virtual keyboard. So whatever the keyboard you are buying, it will have that number of keys present on it. In case if I am going to buy a gaming keyboard, it will have keys related to the gaming. Okay, if I'm going to buy a mechanical keyboard, it will have keys related to mechanical which they use. So in case if I'm going for the multimedia keyboard, what they are going to do is we will have keys related to volume, okay, media player, brightness. So depending upon the keyboard you will have those keys present on it. Okay, nowadays keyboard, like earlier days we used to have different type of ports available for the keyboard. We used to have PS2 port, PS2. Okay, it used to look like this, but nowadays we have USB keyboards. So this is USB, guys, and wireless keyboard. Okay, we will have a small mini adapter like this. We have to connect to the USB, then you can use and insert the batteries in the keyboard and mouse, and you can use it. As I explained, multimedia keyboard will have more options, and it will have shortcut for everything, like to control volume, brightness, calculator and other things. Mouse. So in earlier days we used to have like a old mouse which used to look like this, and it used to have a ball inside it. Like whenever we use it, it used to attract dirt, everything, and they used to remove this and clean the dirt and again insert the ball and use it. But nowadays we have optical mouse. It will reflect the light right under it, it will show red light, and it will not attract dirt, so it is easy to use. Next thing we next component is called motherboard. Okay, the motherboard will look like this, guys. This is the old motherboard, but I'm just showing you for reference. The motherboard is a main integrated circuit card that has all the slots and connections to which the rest of the parts of a computer are connected, so that the computer system works properly. So what exactly is this definition means? The motherboard is a main integrated circuit card. Okay, so this is a main important component that has all the slots and connections to which the rest of the parts of the computer are connected. So this motherboard has all the connections present in on it, slots and connections. So whatever the device you are going to connect, we will connect to the motherboard only. That is the reason it is called as motherboard. So motherboard is also known by many other names. So we can call it as main board, base board, main printed circuit board, PCB in short, system board, logical board or printed wire board. So these are different type of models of motherboard present: standard ATX, micro ATX and mini ATX, nano ITX, pico ITX. So depending upon the device what you use, this type of motherboard will be inserted. Motherboards are available in variety of features and capabilities for different microcomputers, and these capabilities mainly depend on the motherboard manufacturers. So every motherboard will have different type of features and capabilities, guys. So here motherboard is divided into two parts. One is integrated motherboard and other one is non-integrated motherboard. So in computers, I mean to say in desktop machines, normally we will use integrated motherboards. So these are the motherboards in which multiple ports are available to connect various devices. So these are the this is a normal motherboard, guys, which we use in your desktop machine. Here you can see RAM slots, CPU fan, ID connectors, power connector and PCI ports, chipset. So integrate motherboards allows the user to upgrade or modify the system computer either by making any changes or installing connecting additional components like RAM, graphics card, video card, sound card and other controllers that can be upgraded in integrated motherboard. So what exactly this definition means is, this is an integrated motherboard, guys. Okay, so in case if I want to upgrade my RAM, okay, I already have RAM in on it, but in case if I want to upgrade more, so I can use these two slots which are available. Okay, in case if I want to connect in LAN card is not working, I can connect one more LAN card here and remove the old one. And if I want to add if I'm using any gaming application, I want a good graphics, then I can add a graphics card here. So this is how can I upgrade my system. The next motherboard is called non-integrated motherboard. It means these kind of motherboards are permanently fitted inside the computer system with no extra ports for the connection additional components. This kind of motherboards you can find it in your mobile phone, tablets or in the laptops. Okay, so in case if I want to upgrade more or I want to add any additional device, I cannot do it. because it is a non-integrated motherboards. It will have less components configured on the motherboard, so it's not possible. No change or upgrade can be done in this type of motherboard. One cannot install additional components like graphic cards, RAM and ROM memory on non-integrated motherboards. These are usually found in laptops, smartphones and tablet. Okay. Motherboard will have a chipset. So what are the components present on the motherboard? It will have a chipset. It will be like this, and a CPU socket. You can find it under the CPU fan. RAM slots where we insert the RAM, and BIOS battery. It will be like silver shining battery. We need to insert it here. And VRM sections. It is a small towers, guys. It will control the voltage on the motherboard. It's a group of three main components: MOSFETs and chokes and capacitors, usually located to the left and above the processor socket. So here we can use this motherboard as reference. So these are the VRM capacitors, guys, present on the top left side of your CPU, which controls the voltage of your motherboard. Okay, so these are the RAM slot here where we connect RAM. These are PCI slots. This is a modern motherboard. Okay, in earlier, like in old motherboard, we saw the PCI slots are little different. It is like this. Okay, nowadays we are not getting like this. This is a PCI slot. In case if I want to add a LAN card or sound card, I can add it here. This is for the VGA gaming card. This is BIOS battery. This is a CPU socket. Once you connect this CPU, here you see four thing, right? Here we have to connect CPU fan. And what do we have extra here? This is the outer side of the motherboard where we connect our monitor cable, USB ports. Here we connect SMPS for power supply. On the rest of the motherboard surface, you will find the slots and connectors for the RAM, graphic cards, hard drive, power ports, cooling fan, Wi-Fi card, keyboard and mouse. Okay, so I just explained you like what are the components available on the motherboard. So this is the exterior side of the motherboard. So this is PS2 keyboard and mouse. In case if you are using old keyboard and mouse, you can connect here, or if you are using USB, you can connect here. Same. Camera ports you can connect here. HDMI port, VGA port, Ethernet port, USB, sound card. So in motherboards also we have different type of manufacturers. So these are the top manufacturers: ASRock, Asus, Biostar, EVGA Corporation, Gigabyte, MSI, Intel. I believe most of them you heard about Intel motherboard, MSI, Gigabyte, Asus, right? So what are the parts available outside of motherboard? External parts. Connectors, mostly connectors will be available. As I explained, here we connect, this is called PS2 ports. Here we connect keyboard and mouse. It will have 6 pins. Okay, for keyboard we have purple color, and for mouse we have green color. Okay, in case any one of the pin bends, you cannot, the keyboard or mouse will not work. So it is same for every port. The pin needs not to be bent. This is called parallel port. It is in pink color. It has 25 ports. Okay, here we connect printer. You can see this icon, right? Printer icon. We find this kind of printer in banks. It will be like a fax machine. Here this is called a serial port. In earlier days we used to have like old mouse with ball. We used to connect them, or we can connect modem as well. VGA port. Here you connect your monitor cable. It is in blue color. It will have 15 pins. This is HDMI cable where you connect it. Ethernet port where you connect your RJ45 cable to use the internet. USB ports and sound card. As I explained here, the same definition is given here. Keyboard has 6 pins, mouse PS2 same 6 pins, VGA which stands for video graphical adapter, PS stands for personal system, guys, I forgot to tell you. So VGA cable will have blue color, it will have 15 pins. So in case if you want to explain to your client, you have to remember all this thing on a call. Like if you are explaining to a old domain, they don't know what exactly is connected backside of the machine. You have to tell them the blue cable with 15 pins, please make sure it is connected properly. Okay, so that is the reason I have mentioned color as well. Serial port, LPT printer, USB, LAN card and sound card. So thank you for watching, guys. Please do subscribe, like and share it with your friends. I will explain about processor and RAM in next class. Meet you in next class, guys. Thank you for watching.